Just when looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my sight. Just when looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my sight. Hold out your hand, hold out your hand, yeah. Every day you're with me.
Today? I mean, you could, but I don't know. Do you want to? Tomorrow's your birthday. Tomorrow's your birthday. Tomorrow is your birthday. Oh, it doesn't have to look pretty when it's a bro meal.
Eggs
White bread.
with some jelly. I got some peppers and onions in there and some turkey.
You have your micros in there.
Yeah, I got, you know, see the red and the yellow, the green.
Okay.
Okay, and I got my
Microflector.
All the time, and I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my sight. Just when looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you.
Good morning. Cardio is done. Tall T is still activated. I'm going to prep for the day. I just woke up and had his breakfast, and I think he's doing some laundry. I have 2 meals to eat before dinner, so I'm going to quickly pack up my meals so they can cool down while I go train. Okay, so we have some green beans and asparagus. While I was doing cardio, they were grilling up. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this pan with coconut spray. So I have today and tomorrow, and then we usually have pre-cooked meat. So these are my jams and my jellies. These are veggies, and then we have chicken and ground turkey. Okay, so this is gonna be my meal before we go to the restaurant. So this is actually 6 ounces of shredded chicken, 80 grams of asparagus, 80 grams of green beans. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of red salsa, and then I have some hot sauce from Siete. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do chicken and green beans. I'm gonna add a little bit of barbecue sauce to that. And then I have 99% turkey with asparagus and honey mustard. Okay, so for today before dinner, I have 6 ounces of shredded chicken with 80 grams of asparagus, 80 grams of green beans. I added a little bit of hot sauce, one from Trader Joe's. I use this one because it has water, like it's really watery, so it'll add moisture back into the chicken. And then this one is strictly just for flavor. And then for tomorrow, I have my green beans, shredded chicken. It's 4 ounces of chicken and 100 grams of green beans. This was like pretty much almost empty, so I just added the rest of these frozen peppers. And then the sauce I'll be using is the Primal barbecue sauce. It is 31 grams, 15 calories, and 3 carbs. So I will use 15 grams. I don't need a full serving. Okay, so we have tomorrow's meals for when we leave wherever we're going. Meal 1, meal 2. And then I have rice cakes and nut butter packed. This will be today before dinner, so pretty hefty, but like lots of protein. Yummy. And then this will probably be like on the road. Scrape, it's got cinnamon, stevia, 7 ounces of egg whites, and then this is like 5 grams of PB2 chocolate and 5 grams of regular PB Fit. So, sweet, savory, and then tomorrow. It was like mid-folding laundry when I was leaving. So there were quite a few packages in the mail room. We just do a quick unwrapping because my patience level is -1. And I'm just really excited for what came because I'm pretty sure I know what's in these boxes. Okay, I've been patiently waiting for these guys. Fit Life Balance business cards. Super, super excited about these. So I got 2 full boxes. of my business card. And then these guys. Oh yeah. So this one is Fiesta. Pizza, I heard these ones are so good. So like for zucchini. Oh, with some almond cheese. Yes, ma'am. Everything spicy. I'm here for this. And then, cross my fingers, I think I ordered the right one. Yes, ma'am. For like salads. Put in some Greek yogurt, some honey mustard, and you have yourself a bomb salad. Last box. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to try these. So Sweet Leaf has their sugar, baking sugar. So this one is granular, so just like regular sugar. It does have carbs though. It needs to be tracked. So it's about 1 gram of carbs, so you don't really probably need much. But yeah, I'm super excited to try these out. So I have the granular, and then I also have powdered. I have these monk fruits. I tried the guava. I think it was this one. Yeah, strawberry guava, and it went so fast. Like, I loved it. I put it into my jug with my BCAAs, and then I saw this one too, orange passion fruit, that I really want to try. So I'm gonna do this one today.
Welcome. Yeah. Cutaways. Mike LV. I done wasted enough of my time. I'ma need that back.
Yeah, time after time with I've been roll out of line like I don't read the signs. I'm so done with the lies, that's why I ain't got no time. 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 I ain't got no. Boy ain't looking at the clock. Stepped up in the game like rock. Ball boy with the hook, can't stop. Like the dread on my head, stay locked. Look, always, no island. Stay fly, no pilot. All beef, no diet. Real G, stay silent. I'm all for the mission to pray for the attention, because the best of us come with complacency issues. And then the chosen and high cause replacing on picking the tissues. They thinking and crying and laughing and ain't for the miss you. I've been up like all night, working on the crab cause the sucker don't ball right. Then we about to swing cause we ain't about to fall. I'm living on my knees cause I know it ain't all I. Oh my God, never.
Very mysterious drive, which now it really is mysterious because I thought we were gonna go up the hill versus up this way. I don't know, the opposite direction. So that's the first success. Usually I kind of guess.
You guessed part of it.
Like I guess what we're doing or where we're going, and I'm usually right. It's like when you're with someone for so long, you kind of think the same. Why we're on this mysterious drive, that I would talk a little bit about free meals, because you guys saw Jay's free meal last night, his In-N-Out endeavor. So ideally, there's probably like so many ways you could do it, and I'm sure everyone has their own like definition or concept of a free meal and when and how and what. But ideally, like, it is kind of what it sounds like. So ultimately, if you're tracking macros or if you're in a fat loss season, having a free meal is that one opportunity a week, or if it's bi-weekly or if it's once a month, where you still eat throughout the day. Like, I think that's something to know. But you track regularly throughout the day, and then you just leave a meal open that's untracked, and it is something that you just want to enjoy. Kind of like put your phone away, put everything aside, and just thoroughly enjoy the meal. So the way Jay does it is he tries to pick like a different restaurant or like something that he's been craving or wanting, and he has a full meal, so like a full plate, whatever it may be, and then he always has like a dessert as well. So throughout the day, he might maybe cut back on like fat or carbs, try to focus on like leaner proteins, leaner options, not zero, but just like kind of be more conscious. And then at the end of the day, it is just taking place as his dinner versus like starving yourself all day and then you have a free meal. And I don't really like using the word cheat because it implies that you're doing something bad. So like free meal is just like literally like it's something that's untracked, it's something that you're not necessarily accounting for, and then the next day you just go back to your plan. So when to put in a free meal, I mean, it's completely up to you. And like if you have a coach that's prescribing a free meal, it could be for a couple reasons. One, if you've been experiencing cravings and you tend to like walk through a meal with guilt and shame versus just owning it and just say like, this is my meal that I'm not tracking, or this is something that I'm gonna just allow myself to enjoy. I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and there's such a difference between, okay, I'm gonna have this big chocolate chip cookie and I'm gonna love it and I'm gonna enjoy it, it's gonna be amazing, and then the other side of things of I shouldn't have this, this can't fit into my macros, and so every bite you're still eating it. Mind you, you're still eating it. There's such a difference between, okay, I'm gonna have this big chocolate chip cookie and I'm gonna love it and I'm gonna enjoy it, it's gonna be amazing, and then the other side of things of I shouldn't have this, this can't fit into my macros, and so every bite you're still eating it. Mind you, you're still eating it, but every bite is like full of guilt and shame versus just owning it. So if you find yourself like snacking or like going in on meals that aren't tracked or accounted for, like probably an indicator you either need to add more food to your plan or experience a free meal once a week. So that's kind of like a free meal, and Jay's been doing them every Friday. He's focused on recomposition right now, so he is tracking macros. He does have like goals as far as like gym, cardio, and macros, but on Fridays he has a free meal plugged in, and his coach has told him to just keep it to one meal, include a dessert like as part of the whole meal, enjoy it, move on, and then get back to your like macro tracking. So there is a concept called refeeds, which is more calculated. People can call it like carb cycling or higher carb day, refeed, whatever you want to call it. But ideally, it's taking your core macros that you are following and increasing carbohydrate, potentially dropping protein, depending on like what your goals are and if you want to stay within a deficit for the week. But refeeds will act as kind of a psychological break. It could be a physical break to restore glycogen. If you've been on a lower carb or like lower macro split, having a refeed or a carb cycle could help replenish things. 1 or 2 days of a refeed is pretty much just for like physical and psychological break. Some people will spike their metabolism, basically telling your body like, don't get used to this low carb or low macro, so insert refeed here to kind of trigger your metabolism a little bit. So you have free meal, you have refeeds, diet breaks, consecutive refeeds, and then the last one is kind of like an untracked day. So if you are tracking macros or if you have goals, incorporating some flexibility within your week. So maybe like Tuesday, Thursday, you don't track macros. Ultimately, you still have macro goals, so you're trying to build intuitive eating into your plan. All kind of like an attempt to create balance and flexibility. Ultimately, it totally depends on what your goals are. So if you're in like a push season, you might have more like calculated refeeds, like intentional macros. It might not last for that long. It's just a quick spike and then back into the diet, whatever the case may be. But ultimately, like all of these best practices are for sustainability, so you don't go off the deep end. It's to prevent the all or nothing mindset where like, oh my gosh, it's the last supper, I'm gonna go all in. It's like if you have something rotating, or giving yourself permission to enjoy something you've been wanting, that is typically the key purpose. So Jay and I are in different seasons. I am in a very much so push season right now, as discussed in one of my last videos. Not gonna make this like a prep series, but pretty close to. And then of course Jay is in recomposition, so he's trying to build muscle, lose body fat all at the same time. It's a long journey, worth the wait, but like just patience and incorporating flexibility is something that he is doing right now. Did I capture that right?
Yeah, you captured like 90% of it right, maybe 91.
Oh shoot, what was the 10% that I missed?
10%, let me see. There was something, I forget. You know, that 9%'s never really...
Likes to claim that I'm wrong.
No.
Yep.
No, I think you hit really everything like on the button, and it's different for every person, and what you're going to get out of it is different for every person. But I think the biggest thing to kind of It's really there to create sustainability. And like she said, when you're in a building phase or recomp phase, whatever you're doing to build muscle and lose fat, it takes a long time, it takes a lot of patience, and it's not something that happens as quick as 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, like, nailed it, right? So, like, when you think about, even if you have short-term goals, even if you're, like, willing and ready to push, you have to think about the long term. Like, what behaviors are you creating? Like, are you giving yourself a break? Like, long-term behaviors to create a sustainable lifestyle shift. So for him, like, he never craves anything. He allows himself to do things. Like, his approach is very balanced and then also, like, structured in some ways too. So like, the key point is, ultimately though, it is so different for every single person. It depends on your goals, what season you're in, what your timeline is, like, all things. So to each their own. I think ultimately, like, the filter should always be like, do I see myself doing this for the next year, 2 years? And if the answer is no, you gotta step back and, like, build a plan that works for you. So Jay went to fill up my gas tank and bring me something special. I don't know. I'm going to be eating my meal before we go to the restaurant, which honestly I usually do anyways. Yes, I'm in a push season right now, but if you eat high protein before you go to a restaurant, you don't overindulge. So, pro tip. Okay, so we are all ready, almost. We are gonna head to dinner. They actually gave us a time slot for our reservation, so we're okay. We don't have to be there, like, right on the dot. So I'm gonna be eating a last meal prior to the restaurant, and I know it sounds weird. And honestly, if I wasn't in a push season, I would probably still do something like that. If you have protein prior to going to a restaurant in general, you're probably not gonna overindulge or, like, snack on mindless things. So balance. Enjoy the restaurant meal, but then also don't be super ravenous hungry to where you feel like crap afterwards. But we are going to Sushi. I have no idea what sushi place. Apparently it's a good one. And I just plugged in ahi tuna, so protein on protein. So we're gonna eat a meal quick. And I think Jay got something for us or something.
Oh yeah.
When you can't have champagne, you have Frose Rosé. Cheers, that's fun. So Wesley actually thinks that this is a cliff. Like, he's kept his distance the whole time. He's not having this view. We are indeed on the 11th floor. So we have our Americano, Splenda, steamed soy. I will also be adding some pumpkin spice from Sweetly. Jay got his chocolate croissant.
For later.
For later?
Yeah.
And then his fancy schmancy ice cream. Okay, so part 2. Jay said to bring a snack for wherever we're going.
Where's your snack?
in the fridge because it's a power crunch. You protect the power crunch. No service, no weed.
They got that sign.
Okay. All right. Now we know.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes.
So, we are watching apparently the Ninja Turtles. Yeah? I thought that's what it was. No?
New Mutants.
Mutants, like Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah. Cowabunga.
So nightcap, no surprises here. 1 packet of Better Oats cinnamon roll, 6 ounces of egg whites, 25 grams of nuts and more, a little bit of PB2, Power Crunch that I didn't finish during the movie. Jay brought us maple candles, so our room smells really good. And a puppy, Ridiculousness, and Jay's chocolate croissant. Cheers.
Cheers.
To 5 years. And tomorrow,
Just like a seed in a garden,